Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Steve Ball Show. And today I have a couple of things I want to talk about. First off, I want to talk about this cool helmet I got for Christmas. This is the Lord Draken's helmet. If you ever watch Power Rangers, Lord Draken is kind of like a mix of the Green Ranger and the White Ranger together, and but he's a bad guy. And it's a different universe than the other ones, and he kind of goes and tries to kill the other Power Rangers. And this is just pretty cool if you like these helmets. Let me show you how it works. You can put this helmet on like this, and then I can talk like this. I'm Lord Draken. I'm going to get the Power Rangers, and I'm going to fight them and destroy them. So that's pretty cool. As you can see, there's a voice changer in it, and if you like to do cosplay, or if you just want it for a decoration on your wall or your shelf in your room, it's a pretty cool thing to get. So you can get that like at GameStop. I got it for Christmas. It's a good price. So next thing I'm going to talk about is if you ever played the game The Last of Us. HBO last week they finally debuted the first episode of The Last of Us. This is season 1, and the first episode is 90 minutes long, which is an hour and 30 minutes. And I like how they did the first episode. I like how they kind of put their spin on the sickness that affects the people, and I like how they kind of change the timeline. It starts in 2003 instead of 2013, and then it jumps to 2023 instead of, in the game it jumps from 2013 to 2033. So I like how they keep it close to the game, but they do their own spin on it. I don't want to give away everything, but I like the cast, kind of, and I like how they're technically, I like how they're technically using the game and going from there. It's pretty good if you want to watch it. It's on HBO Max. It airs every Sunday at 9 o'clock, and I just like how they kind of are actually going off the game, and doing the story is really good if you want to watch a good show. So it's The Last of Us, and I hope they keep going off the game, but I hope they do some of their own spin. So it's not just like you're watching the game that if you've already played it and know what happens. So hopefully they do little twists and turns. I like how they have one of the 3 of the voice actors. Like they got the voice actor for Joel. He's doing a character that's gonna, I think my cousin said that is gonna like kind of kidnap Ellie, and how they have Ellie playing Ellie's mom, and I like how they have Marlene actually playing the same character that she voiced in the character Marlene. So it's pretty cool to see live action, and to see how they did this game. So I can't wait to see what they do with the next episodes. So yeah, like I said, Last of Us on HBO Max, if you want to watch a good show. The next show I'm going to talk about is, I can't wait, it comes out tomorrow. If you are a fan of that 70s show, that 90s show comes out. And I can't wait to see what they do with Leia, Eric's son, Eric and Donna's son, and I can't wait to see how the Ashton Kutcher, Michael, and Jackie's characters. I can't wait to see what they've been up to, and see what the parents have been up to, and Donna's dad, I forget, Bob. I can't see what he's been up to, and hopefully Fez is in it. I can't see what he's been up to, and I can't wait to see how they do the arcs of the stories of these kids. Teenagers that are in the 90s, and hopefully I can't wait to see the 90s memorabilia and stuff, and see how the Packers back then, because it's based in Wisconsin, and hopefully it's just as good as that 70s show, because that 80s show, which I never got to see, supposedly wasn't that good. So hopefully it's just as good as that 70s show. So that 90s show comes out tomorrow. I'm pretty sure on Netflix. I'm pretty sure all the episodes will come out tomorrow on Netflix. That's how Netflix works, and I'm looking forward to that show. So if you want to watch another good show, that 90s show is on Netflix. And next I'm going to talk about, I'm looking forward to this, the Royal Rumble is in next week on Saturday. And I can't wait. Hopefully, Cody Rhodes has come back, and hopefully he wins the Rumble for the men. I can't wait to see the match between Bianca Belair and Alexa Bliss. Hopefully, Alexa Bliss wins. Bianca Belair's had that title too long. I can't wait to see who wins the Women's Royal Rumble match. And hopefully, they set up The Rock between Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. And hopefully the Usos lose the tag titles. But I just can't wait for the Royal Rumble. One of my favorite matches. So that's next week. This next Saturday, not this week. Next Saturday, 8 o'clock. You can watch that on Peacock. So at 8 o'clock. The final thing I'm going to talk about this week is the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. So, the first game we have is the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Kansas City Chiefs. By the way, this is Steve's, Bill's, and Joe's picks. The first game we have is the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Bill thinks the Chiefs will win 38-31. I agree. I love the Cinderella story of the Jaguars, but I just think Patrick Mahomes is way too good of a quarterback. I don't think it'll be that. I think it'll be a two-score game. I think the Chiefs will win this like 42-31, and I think it'll be back and forth until the end of the game, and then that's where Patrick Mahomes will throw one touchdown to Travis Kelce, and then I think he'll give the next touchdown he'll give the Pacheco, and I think they'll win that game. And I hope I'm wrong because I do really want Jacksonville because I like Dougie P, but I do like Andy Reid and I like the Chiefs, so I just think it's a good game to watch. That's the first game of the weekend. And Joe thinks that, let me find his picks real fast. Joe thinks the Chiefs going to win 28-21. So let's see what happens with that game. It should be a good game. The next game is the New York Giants versus the Philadelphia Eagles, my team. Joe thinks the Eagles win 31-28, and Bill thinks the Eagles win 31-21. I think it'll be a two-score game. I think the Eagles will win this game. I think they will win maybe 38-24. I don't think Daniel Jones is that good. The Eagles need to get pressure on him and get pressure on him early. I think if they do that and they try to scramble, they have a good defensive line. So, and they have good corners. So, I think they get to him. I think they get to him often. I think he gets sacked maybe 4 or 5 times, and I think maybe he throws at least one interception and one fumble. So I think they win this game 38-24 against the Giants, which should be a good game. It should be probably back and forth until the end. So I think the Eagles win this game. And Joe says the Eagles win 31-28. I'm not sure if I said Billy, but if he didn't, I said Billy says the Eagles win 31-21 against the Giants. The next game is the Bills versus the Bengals. Joe says the Bills win 34-30. Joey says Bills win 34-31. I kind of agree. These teams are both good. Joe Burrow has good receivers and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd and Joe Mixon, and they have a good defense. But the Bills have a good offense. They have Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Devin Singletary, Dawson Knox. So I do think that the Bills win this game. I think it'll be back and forth. I think that the Bills go down on last minute second field goal and win. I think they win 34-31 against the Bengals. So the next and last game is the 49ers versus the Cal Cheats. Joe says the 49ers win 40-28. Bill says the 49ers win 34-24. I kind of agree with Joe. I'm Bill, but I think I agree with the score of Joe. I think it's going to be not a close game. I think the Niners are just way too dangerous at this point. They have a good running back in Christian McCaffrey. They have a good back running back. They have George Kittle. Brock Purdy's playing good. And they have good defense. So I know the Cowboy girls have been playing okay, but the Niners are just going to be too much for them. So I think they win 42-21 against the Cal Cheats. So I hope you all have a good weekend of NFL football, and hopefully you don't root for the Cowgirls or the Giants. And hopefully it's just a good week of NFL football. So thanks for watching my show. Please subscribe on Steve Ball Show on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and have a good week. And Lord willing, I'll see you next week.